It's a terrifying thought. Two-thirds of Americans are completely ignoring their retirement planning. In fact, most are not spending even a minute a month thinking about it. If you're one of those people, you need to act right now before it's too late. But what's going on? Why are so many people neglecting their future? And what can you do to fix it before retirement sneaks up on you? Retirement planning is a critical issue that too many Americans are leaving unchecked. More than two-thirds of investors, 68%, say they spend zero time planning for retirement. Imagine that. For every 3 people you know, 2 of them aren't even considering how they'll live once they stop working. This leaves them vulnerable to financial difficulties when they reach retirement age. So, why are people ignoring retirement planning? It's partly because many feel the pressures of daily life, rising costs, inflation, and other financial stressors make it easy to push retirement down the road. Many of those neglecting their future are younger generations, millennials and Gen Z, who believe retirement is too far away to think about right now. In fact, 69% of millennials and 60% of Gen Z investors spend little to no time thinking about their retirement. But here's the problem. They're missing out on the power of compounding growth by not starting early. But you might ask, what about people nearing retirement? Surely they must be planning more carefully. Not exactly. Among people aged 55 to 65, when most are just a few years away from the traditional retirement age of 65, more than half, 54%, aren't spending any time at all on retirement planning. Even those closer to the finish line aren't taking the necessary steps. This is a serious concern. If you're approaching retirement and haven't started your planning, you're gambling with your financial future. Let's put this into perspective. Over the next few years, millions of Americans will reach retirement age. But here's the scary part. Most of them are underprepared. Without proper planning, these people may be forced to live with less, work longer, or even delay their retirement altogether. Now is the time to act. But it's not just about saving money. Economic pressures are weighing heavily on people's ability to retire. Over the last 5 years, inflation has ravaged people's savings, and other financial challenges like rising healthcare costs and stock market volatility have only added to the problem. A staggering 62% of investors say their retirement expectations have changed significantly in the last 5 years, with 48% admitting they've had to delay, change, or cancel their retirement dreams entirely due to these economic factors. For some, it's even worse. In many regions, inflation is driving up living costs to unsustainable levels, forcing people to dip into their retirement savings earlier than planned. Taxes and healthcare costs are also top concerns. But these problems aren't just about how much you save. It's about how you prepare for these challenges. But don't worry, there is hope. You can still take control of your future. The solution? Start planning now, no matter your age. The first step is creating a comprehensive retirement plan. You don't need to have millions saved, but you must be strategic about how you manage your finances, especially with inflation and high living costs. For those of you approaching retirement age, the key to securing your future lies in your investment strategy. You must create a plan that is built to grow over time. A well-diversified portfolio and long-term planning can make all the difference. Even if you haven't started yet, it's never too late to make small adjustments that can lead to a more comfortable retirement. Even if you're just starting out, time is on your side. For younger investors, every day you delay planning costs you valuable time that could be used for growth. Start small and commit to regular contributions to a retirement fund, like a 401k or IRA. Set aside just 10% of your income and let the magic of compound interest do the rest. For those living in areas where costs are higher, consider relocating to places with lower living expenses once you retire. This can significantly stretch your retirement savings. If you're already on a tight budget, now is the time to start budgeting for your future. Track your spending, cut unnecessary expenses, and prioritize retirement contributions. Despite the challenges, it's clear that regional differences also play a role. In some areas, like the Northeast, people face a high cost of living and feel the pressure to continue working in retirement to cover their expenses. 1 in 4 Northeasterners will need to keep working just to make ends meet once they retire. But in the Midwest, it's a different story. Fewer people plan to work past 65. However, they are still not planning adequately for their future. Shockingly, 78% of Midwesterners spend zero time on retirement planning. In the South, 39% of investors say they'll need to keep working if they retire soon. This suggests that many people are not prepared to stop working when the time comes. However, on the West Coast, people are generally more prepared with a higher median savings. Still, even they are impacted by the high cost of living. The key takeaway here is that regardless of where you live, retirement planning should be a priority. Whether you're in a region with high costs or one with lower wages, it's clear that everyone faces unique challenges, but that doesn't mean you can't overcome them. Your next step? Start by setting up a meeting with a financial advisor who can help you develop a plan tailored to your specific needs. Don't wait until it's too late. Make sure you have a clear, actionable strategy for retirement. There are steps you can take now that will make a significant difference down the line. You can secure your future and avoid the common pitfalls that many Americans face. The time to plan is now, and the choices you make today can ensure that you're financially secure when the time comes to retire. How is your retirement looking? Have you planned or are you hoping for a miracle? Share your thoughts in the comments. Meanwhile, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like it and subscribe for more valuable retirement tips.